What up? This is Ace.
I'm Kara.
I'm Los Santos.
And welcome to Take Aim. Today we'll be covering Tuesdays and Wednesdays fixtures for the Champions League. So let's dive right into it. We'll start with Besiktas versus Porto. The game ended in a draw 1-1. What do you guys think about that game?
You know, it looked like a seemingly even matchup with one-touch goals from Felipe and Talisca.
Yeah.
A great atmosphere. You know, the ultras always come out. Or should I say the hooligans. Ultra Aslan, more so for Galatasaray. Sorry. Great game from Ryan Babel. You know, shots from a distance, seizing good opportunities. He was all over, right?
Yeah, it was
like you see him play like that. It's like, okay, now I get why Netherlands call him up.
Mm-hmm.
But the difference is Depay scoring more. Look, Ryan Babel might only have a few goals to his name, but like he's got to keep playing the way he did that.
Yeah, he was everywhere that game.
Everywhere.
He was everywhere.
He was.
Yeah. Besiktas moving on to round of 16 with players like Medel and Babel, like we mentioned, whose national teams didn't qualify for the World Cup, so they can just focus for the club and move forward with Pepe, Quaresma, who also had a phenomenal game.
It was even side,
Mm-hmm.
going back and forth.
Balanced.
It was balanced, a lot of chances. I feel Besiktas was a stronger side for me while I was watching the game. There's some chances they had. They could have make it to have like more goals, but they didn't take that chances.
Yeah.
With also with Quaresma, that time that he tried to do, it deflected out. But yeah, Besiktas was strong.
All right. Sorry. Going forward to the next game, Liverpool versus Sevilla. It was a very exciting game.
Yeah.
But it also ended in another draw 3-3. Anything to say about that, Kara?
Yeah, Liverpool fan here. You know, what a comeback. You know, you got to give Sevilla praise because they've been on the uprise lately. They just jumped into the top 20 rankings of UEFA clubs because they've been gaining momentum back in the Liga. Yeah. Great side, Ben Yedder, phenomenal. Like, if I had to take one man from each side, it'd be Ben Yedder from Sevilla and then easily Firmino from Liverpool. Yeah. Mane played really well, but Firmino, man, they had goals and assists, like just unreal. Poor defending, marking from Moreno. I didn't like Liverpool's fullbacks that day. You have Gomez lunging in at like Ben Yedder, and then Moreno, like that header goal from Sevilla, that he didn't mark the guy in front of him very well, and he just didn't zone his area properly. I feel like James Milner or Robertson need to slot in. I definitely Milner because Robertson has improved himself, but I don't think you can keep starting Moreno. His mentality, he has improved from not being attack anymore. He's more defensive, but even then, like he's not doing his position justice. But there was a few moments that looked a bit shaky for Henderson. He gave away possession one time, remember? Leading to that almost goal. So Liverpool got lucky, but for the most part, like they dominated the first half. It was just that second half, man. Like Sevilla were all over them, man. And you know, part of the reason is also Matip is missing.
What do you think was the big change of the second half? Because the second half they looked totally as a different team than the first half.
Exactly.
Yeah, I think they knew they could exploit the width of what Gomez and Moreno were doing, and obviously the coach made some adjustments to tell the players, you know, this is where they're weak. You need to attack from this end, and how to take advantage of them. Especially a defense, like I said, without
they got too comfortable.
That's another thing. They got way too comfortable. Like I feel Sevilla just capitalized at the appropriate times.
Right place, right time. That's what was happening.
Yeah, and like you know, Liverpool just need to hold the lead and not get and recompose themselves properly because it just looked unstable.
Like you said, they look too relaxed. I think they because a three goal lead.
That should be a win.
Yeah, it should be a winner. You know, but I don't know what happened. It was a good comeback from Sevilla. Like Liverpool, I don't know what happened there. The second half, just.
Fam, I just shut off the TV. I'm not. Like, the rest have to reflect on highlights. You know, like that's the only reason why I'm able to talk about.
Moving forward, we have Dortmund versus Tottenham. Game ended 2-1 for Tottenham. Any thoughts on that game?
Another entertaining game. It seemed like Dortmund had Spurs running in the beginning, in the very beginning. Aubameyang should have finished some opportunities, but that nice little Yarmolenko pass with that you know, that smooth, that flick. It was nice.
In between two.
Yeah, I love that. But the interesting thing I found about this game is that they pushed Guerrero, normally a left back, very notably for Portugal as well, on the left wing, like beside the attacking mid. And you can tell Dortmund are very in need of a left winger right now since they lost Dembele. Royce just got offered a job at a hospital for being there so long. So if you don't have either or, it's safe to say that they're going to be looking for a new left winger in the transfer window. No, but let's be real. Let's be real, right? I mean, Guerrero is no goal scorer. He's been playing phenomenal for Dortmund, but he's not a left winger. Another thing is they didn't start Toprak, the Turkish center back, because there was instability even with their defense a little, as to why they had 2-goal edge over Dortmund. They played a guy, Zagadou, not very much experience with the club. It could have been a game changer if they were more particular with their lineup selection. But above all, fam, like Kane, Son, Ali, also cohesively organized.
Yeah.
Like those guys can read each other better than most teams all over the world. Like,
it's true.
Like,
it's true.
A phenomenal attack. It's good to see Eric Dyer back in the center back role as well. Rolls on the left wing back, and then you look at the bench. It's just like Davies is sitting there, Trippier is sitting there. Like so much depth of the Spurs. Like they're gonna go far in this competition.
I feel for me, I feel if they keep this up, probably I say maybe quarterfinals. They go far. Like you can see, like for me, Kane had a poor game, but he still managed to get a goal.
I think he decided to take shots appropriately, around the defensive midfield zone. But ultimately, Ali, Dele Alli, all day Dele Alli, Eriksen, Son with the amazing right top shelf. They were all phenomenal. I can't even pick. But I think what really held it down for them to just get that 1-goal edge is Pochettino's choice to put in Sissoko and Dembele in the defensive midfield. Because when you put players like that, it really solidifies the back. Like they're not known as attacking players to score. They just really solidify things in the back to hold a steady lead, and that's it. That's all they need. So Napoli Shakhtar. 3-0.
Yeah, 3-0.
So another great big orchestrator, Insigne. He makes guys like Mertens and Zielinski look so good. But for me, Insigne, orchestrating, creating those plays, man of the match, my man. Like I know why they pick Insigne over Giovinco for Italy now. It makes perfect sense to me. But, a little bit more expectancy from Shakhtar. They missed so many shots, inaccurate shots. Marlos and Tyson, they were just missing bare. Like, it seemed like they could have had a chance in the beginning, but, Napoli just put them in their place after.
To me, personally, it was expected for Napoli to beat Shakhtar 3-0 or even more because they've been on a roll this year. This year has been a very good year for them overall, right? So, but it's not very surprising.
I feel like the chances that Shakhtar had, for me, I thought Shakhtar was going to score.
They should have converted.
They definitely from Tyson and Marlos, like I said.
Especially Tyson.
But Napoli knew with the game plan coming in here, facing Team Brazil. Just kidding. They're going to dismantle these guys, pressure them, be aggressive, and make sure that they won't have a proper, accurate shot on goal. And they did that fabulously. Yeah. They did it without Jorginho. He was rested on the bench. Yeah. A man who's been, no wonder he's been starting for Italy. In the last year, he's been showing, amazing results from the attacking midfield. Such a versatile player, but they did it all with their backup. Diawara. It looked fantastic. Napoli for me in my top 5 for best clubs in Europe right now. Yeah. Definitely besides Barcelona, PSG, Man City, United.
So now we're moving forward to the last game we're covering for Tuesday. An upset for Monaco. They lost 4-1 to Red Bull.
Wow, bro. I'm so unimpressed. They gave away own goals. They gave away penalties, possession from a weak attacking mid that ended up getting all subbed off. Yeah. All their attacking midfielders behind Falcao. And, it felt like Falcao was sometimes getting a service, not really, but, for a guy like that who's been having excellent ratios all season, he's been scoring goals bare. It would be nice to see a better, a little bit stable service at some points where he could have converted more goals. He only got 1, right? Yeah. But ultimately, Red Bulls were the most organized team. Timo Werner, my God, pure goal scorer, that guy. Pure goal scorer. No wonder he's getting called up to Germany, bro. Werner, and then now it makes sense to me why Naby Keita is getting called to Liverpool. Because he was phenomenal. Campbell was on, better mid. It was a game of midfield battles. Exactly. Midfield battles that ceasefire Falco's fire season, and just you got talents like those players I just made that were just fantastic. So, but don't expect Monaco to get as far as last year.
No, because
who they lost. Bakayoko.
They sold
you
the
know.
whole. They sold like all the best
Bernardo,
players.
That's the
Silva.
problem with
All the
Monaco.
best
They develop very good players and
But
end
they
up
sell
selling them. Yeah.
They sell them.
Yeah, they are known for that. You know,
Yeah.
like big farm team for France. Well, for Monaco, but like they have a good academy, good youth development.
Yeah.
That's all I have to say. For
That being said, though, football in Europe, this like today, if you notice all the good teams, it's all about midfield.
Yeah.
A lot of the
Yeah.
scoring, assisting, and main impact on the game comes from the middle of the field now.
Yeah, man. A lot of the strikers, and even in a big competition like this, can't do it all themselves.
Exactly.
There's very few that can.
Yeah, very few.
You know, defense may win championships, but like this,
Midfield.
this week was all about midfield.
Yeah.
Like it was more entertaining to watch than most, for sure. But that concludes Tuesday's match fixtures. Stay tuned for part 2 for Wednesday.